what is a natural result in rhinoplasty? I'm Dr. Aniketh Venkataram, plastic surgeon at the Venkat Center Nearby Aesthetics, Bengaluru. And rhinoplasty is one of my favorite surgeries to do. And the thing that most patients request is, Doctor, I want a natural looking nose. But what does that mean? In today's video, we will discuss this to help you understand what kind of a result might suit you and help you look natural after a rhinoplasty. So let me start by saying that rhinoplasty is, in my mind, one of, if not the most difficult cosmetic surgeries that can be done. It is difficult for two reasons. One, it is technically difficult to do. It is not a simple surgery. There are lots of things that are going on in the nose. It's a very small area. It is very fine surgery that is needed. Also, the nose has to breathe normally. It is not just a cosmetic thing. The first job of a nose is to breathe normally. So when you're doing cosmetic corrections, there's no point making it look nice if the nose is not breathing properly. The second reason why it is so difficult is that it is the result has very little margin for error. What do I mean by this? In other things, let us say a breast augmentation or a tummy tuck, if things are a little bit this side, that side by 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters, it is still okay. It is not visible, it is hidden, it is covered up. But in the nose, even a 1 millimeter difference is easily seen by someone else. It is in the center of your face. There is nowhere to hide. This is what makes the surgery so difficult, and this is also one reason why people want rhinoplasties. If a nose is bad, everyone sees it. It's in the center of the face. So if someone has a bad nose, they are known as the person with the bad nose. But on the other hand, if a nose is nice looking, no one talks about it. The job of a nose is to be inconspicuous. There are poems and songs written about people's eyes, their lips. There are no songs about people's noses. So the job of a nose is to be unobtrusive. People shouldn't pay attention to it. All these factors go into what makes rhinoplasty such a fascinating and difficult procedure. So now the next question is, what is a natural result? Every single patient says, sir, I want it to be like this, I want it to be like that, but I want it to be natural. Now over the years, I've come to understand that when we say natural, it means that no one should know that you have had a surgery done. And how is that possible? That is possible when the nose fits the face. The nose should look like it is part of the face. The nose should look like that is how it has always been since birth. It shouldn't look like a surgery was done. That is what we mean when we say a natural looking nose. Let us first talk about what is an unnatural nose. An unnatural nose is one that sticks out, that is prominent, that people can see. If people can make out that you have had a rhinoplasty done, then it might be an unnatural nose. What can this mean? It can mean that in someone who is a little bit chubby, the nose is extremely thin. It doesn't fit. Or in someone who is otherwise quite big, the nose is very, very small and pinched. Think of Michael Jackson. It's like such a tiny nose. It looks weird. Or if someone's nose is extremely exaggerated, it is augmented, it is very, very high. There is an implant inside that is visible on the outside to everyone. These are all examples of unnatural looking noses. Now, another point about unnatural result, I want to say one thing. This area has gotten very complicated with Instagram. On Instagram, there are lots of different photos and many things look very, very nice. But let me say one thing. There are some results which look good on Instagram, but which don't look good on real life. Particularly an example of this is that very scooped looking nose with a very sharp tip. That looks very nice on Instagram with a black background and the camera moving everywhere. But in real life, it can end up looking a little Pinocchio-y. And also, there are styles and fads that happen, just like with fashion. So, a nose that might be in fashion today might not be something that is in fashion 10 years down the line. Here again, a natural result is something that will look good no matter what the age, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years later. And not something that is just in style right now. So, keep this in mind when you are thinking about what kind of result you are looking for. So, how do we get a natural looking nose? Well, this is like a fine target to hit. Like if you're playing a dartboard, it's a small bullseye to hit. In general, in cosmetic surgery, there's a spectrum. A result can be underdone, or it can be natural and just right, or it can be overdone. That natural and just right is what we are aiming for. Now, having said this, if the result is underdone, it is still not unnatural. It is just an inadequate result. Your nose has not changed too much from what it was before. So in that sense, you might not have gotten a great result, but it does not look like you have had something done, or it does not look weird. An unnatural nose typically refers to when the surgery is overdone, when too much is done, when it has changed too much from what it used to and no longer fits your face. If you think of celebrities who are botched, that is what you think of. In general, cosmetic surgery is called botched when too much is done. Remember, in all cosmetic surgeries, if you have not done enough, you can always do more. But if you do too much, that is very, very hard to correct. So these are some of the things that go into helping us decide how to get a natural looking result after your surgery. So how do we go about getting this natural looking result? Well, it's very important that you choose the right plastic surgeon. Plastic surgery is almost like a marriage. The surgeon and the patient both have to be right for each other. So, in general, my philosophy as a plastic surgeon is that your close friends and family members should be able to make out a difference. They should be able to see a change. If they only can't see a change, then what have I achieved? I have not given enough of a result. But someone seeing you for the first time shouldn't suspect that you've had a rhinoplasty done. This is the way I look at it. Now, this might not be what my patient wants. My patient might want a very sharp, a very unnatural looking nose, which is fine. Their nose, their life. But that means that I might not be the best plastic surgeon for them. There are other plastic surgeons who do this kind of aggressive procedures, and they are the right patient for those surgeons. So, it's very important to do your research, see your surgeon's results and how they are, and if that fits in with what kind of result you are looking for, then that is the surgeon for you. Let us now look at some examples of the kind of rhinoplasty that we do. So these are some examples of our results. I hope this helps you get some clarity on what kind of result you might want after your surgery. A lot of times our patients, they are a little confused about what exactly kind of result that you are looking for. And it is important for the plastic surgeon to help guide them and explain to them that what will work, what will not. As a plastic surgeon, I don't think my role is to just simply agree to whatever the patient asks me. If it is not in their best interest, I shouldn't do it, even if they are asking for it. It is my role to guide them and explain to them what will work, what will not, what will suit their face, what will not. And together a decision that is made that is in the best interest of a patient. So, do like, share and subscribe this video. If you have any questions, mention them in the comments. Thank you. Have a great day.